Hello, good evening, and welcome to Thingamajig's Racing Channel. We are covering the Virtual Racers Club series, The Radical Racing. Gather round, come hither, whilst I tell you the tale of round 3. It will go down in infamy, ladies and gentlemen. It will be a round never forgot. I don't know. I haven't seen anything yet. It's round 3, ladies and gentlemen, of the Radical Racing at the Virtual Racers Club. And we are at Circuit de Barcelona, Catalunya. We are going to do some bullfighting, ladies and gentlemen. We are having our bulls in the ring, and we will see who the matador is amongst them. So, we've got a table. Let me get on with the championship table. It's pretty straightforward. It's the Radical car, the track car, S3 or whatever it's called. It's they use sports tyres, mediums and softs. They do 3 sprint races, and they've got to use the sports mediums at least one of the rounds. It's the simplest of rules makes the best racing, ladies and gentlemen. When it gets technical, when it gets all a little bit too much, it's a nightmare to follow. So I appreciate what we have here. So the table after 2 rounds, ladies and gentlemen. Here are your players. Skyjacker at the top of the pile on 92 points, followed by Koikap on 86. Then we have Big Dan Ensign-Ewart on 80 points in 3rd. Then Jokas in 4th on 72 points. Then we have the Pat in 5th on 71 points. Madmansky is 6th on 62 points with, I'm guessing, Jammy Dodger in 7th on 58 points. Digital Blasphemy is 8th on 44 points, with the Baz Nater in 9th on 34 points. Scary Rambo, aka Harvey, is on 33 points in 10th, with some dude, I'm not even going to try and say his name because he hasn't turned up yet. When he shows up, ladies and gentlemen, we shall say his name. You may have found it, you may have noticed, Thingamajig, you've got fancy thumbnails. Only for the Radical Racing. They were designed and made by the kingpin of VRC himself, Talleyrand. So big love, much appreciation for bringing a little class to the Thingamajig Racing channel. Yeah, we've got some fancy thumbnails. I wish I could make them like that, ladies and gentlemen. So, all we got left is they've qualified here at Catalunya, round 3, midway of their championship, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to look at the grid. After we have a sup of our brew, that is cracking. So, whom was fastest after qualifying, ladies and gentlemen, to put it on the pole position at Spain? Let's have a look. Who is our matador? It's Skyjacker, ladies and gentlemen, in the Monster Radical. And he has absolutely been slinging radicals this season, leading the championship, but with only a small fraction ahead of the Koi. In 2nd on the grid then, ladies and gentlemen, it's the Bazza. He missed the first round, so he is on the back foot from the off. But now, coming into his 2nd round, the 3rd round of the championship, he is already asserting his dominance. If he was an animal, he would have sprayed the field, ladies and gentlemen. The Baz, 2nd on the grid. 3rd place goes to Koikap, 2nd in the championship, and he's here to collect points, ladies and gentlemen, not times. He's not here for fancy times. He's a man of business. He doesn't mess. He gets down to it. It's not about the flouncy, the hobnobbing, the show telling. It's all about what happens on track. And that's what Koikap is here for, ladies and gentlemen. 3rd on the grid. In 4th place, then, we have a Bigeth Dan, a.k.a. Ensign-Ewart. Ensign-Ewart with the flashiest livery of them all. Just missing the mark so far this season. But, you know, he is good for wins. He is good for podiums. So, worth an outside bet, ladies and gentlemen. In fifth, we have the Halfmeister. We missed him last week, but he is back, and he is bad, ladies and gentlemen. He is going for it. So, all hell, the Harvey. And in sixth place, our favourite resident snack, the Jammy Dodger. And he'll be looking to get up a place or two in this race. 6 is all we got, ladies and gentlemen, for you. Because of singing contests and such what, we couldn't have all of our pilots here. But 6 is enough for a race for me, ladies and gentlemen. And I suggest we crack on with the Radicals at Catalunya. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. They are off. Sky off to a great start there with the Baz hunting him down. Koikap in third and Big Dan fourth. Harvey is in... Oh, I didn't tell you the tyres. Yeah, Sky's on mediums. Baz is on softs. Koi's on mediums. Big Dan's on softs. Softs for Harvey and mediums for the Dodger. So Bazza already getting up and about the Skyjacker. Big Dan doing the same, I imagine, to Koi, who has also opted to take those medium tyres out early doors, and Harvey is wasting no time getting on the Big Dan train. Choo choo, my friends. Skyjacker still leads, but the Baz is going in for the kill. He's doing it for the thrill, and it's Bazza who is at the top of the pile now. And Baz, the Belgian bullet, is flying, ladies and gentlemen, out there in the lead, and Skyjacker has no answers in his wardrobe. And the Koi is going large out wide, and the Half has got past Big Dan and Koi Carb. Harvey sitting in third place. A break has done the lad well. He has come back harder and faster than ever. Big Dan in fourth. He is on those soft tyres, remember, though. He has the tools. Koikap in fifth place ahead of the Dodge Meister. But it's Bazza who's taking the headlines at the moment, ladies and gentlemen, on this first lap, taking the lead away from the man Skyjacker, the championship leader, being embarrassed, ladies and gents, by the Belgian bullet. Amazing stuff we are seeing unfold in front of our very own eyes right now. I cannot hardly believe what I am seeing. Skyjacker slipping away, and the Half is looking for more. It's not enough a podium in this race for my man Harvey. He wants the lot. And Big Dan sitting in his wake. Let's get on board with Bigeth Daneth as we chase down the Halves. Sitting in the lead at the moment is the Baz. Sky in second with Harvey sitting in third. We're on board with Big Dan with this beautifully side-mounted GoPro. It's his own, you know. He brought it himself. And we are getting a beautiful view there as he has a little look. He has a whiff. A passing sniff, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing serious, no commitment there. And behind him, Koikap slipping away. Not looking too large in those mirrors as these two do catch up. The Sky now, ladies and gentlemen. And we have a three-way battle here for second place as Big Dan has a look. And oh, there's a little knock there from the Halves. And it makes it easy for Big Dan coming on through with Half now and Skyjacker facing the wrong way. But I do not think, ladies and gentlemen, that was of his own militia. I believe he was helped by a certain Marlborough-looking radical. Little tap there, and then he goes off the road, and then, woo, just for fun, decides to have a spectator's view of who's coming around the corner. And Jammy Dodger jumped out of his way, scared stiff. You're scared, our man Jammy. Sky with that action. So the Baz leads. The Harv going to be visiting the stewards later, I believe. And Bigeth Dan goes up and into second place. Koikap on those medium tyres, getting the move done on the Halves, who I believe now is hanging around for a certain Sky. Adam in the chat saying, hey, Thingy in chat, great to catch this racing quite by coincidence. Oh, good on you, man. And Adam saying, I've enjoyed the Radicals. Thus these guys put on a good show. They do. I've got to love art right in the bloody way. And thus far, yeah, these guys are putting a good show. They do that, and there's Skyjacker ahead of the Dodger. Harvey is waiting, ladies and gentlemen. What a gentleman. What an absolute driver. So Bazza leads. Big Dan is in second. The Koi in third. And Harvey waiting to redress with Skyjacker. And then Skyjacker just up behind him comes to reclaim that fourth place. But the Harvey on the faster tyre has ruined it for him for that podium battle. But you never know. I mean, we're only 4 minutes into the race, and the Harv might be able to come back now at Skyjacker and try and claw back Koikarp, who is also on those medium tyres. So the Harvs are behind Skyjacker as Koikarp makes hay on the medium tyres. With the shenanigans going on around him. Bazza has just bounced, ladies and gentlemen. He has dipped. He is no longer in the realm of this race. Big Dan troodling around, trying to catch up our Baz. It's not terrible. He's there. He's still in sight. He's still in sight. Mistakes happen. Mistakes can happen, you know. When you mesh with the family, you seem to find these accidents. They can happen. They can happen, yay. You never know. You never know when you play with the family. Accidents happen. So Bazza out there in the lead at the moment with Big Dan in the chase, and Koikarp sitting happily in third and looking set to overtake the Sky, who now has a mirror full of Harv, because the Harvey ain't messing, and I don't think he did contact on that one. I think Sky was just having a struggle with his Radical, and the Harv now moves on up. Like M people, ladies and gentlemen, Harvey is moving on up. He's moving on out, but Sky is not having it. He's on the inside, and Sky's set to take that fourth place again, but he doesn't have the grip, and the Harv going the long way around is trying to still fight for that fourth place, and Skyjacker will not yield. He will not yield the position, and Skyjacker then still in fourth as the Harv fights hard. He fights fighting fights. We're getting down to the street fighting now. We've gone past Kung Fu. We've gone past gentleman boxing. We are down to biting and scratching, ladies and gentlemen. Anything goes in this race between the Sky and the Harvs. The Harvs desperate to get by our man Sky. Yo, yo, yo. Koikarp in third, 58.9 last time around from Koi. He's 54s are the soft 53s for the Baz. He really is taking this serious, ladies and gentlemen, and he's not playing. We are nearly 7 minutes into the race. We're getting up to the halfway moment, and Big Dan is in second, Koikarp in third, 4 seconds off the pace as Skyjacker at 59 last time, and he is holding our man Harvey up, and Harvey needs to get on with getting on, ladies and gentlemen. He cannot be hanging around playing with the monster Radical. It's time to get Izzy busy. Let's get busy. Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. Ha ha that away, ha ha this away. Come on, Halves. So the Halves is up and through past the Skyjacker, and now he is hunting himself a effing fish. The man is an absolute legend in the realms of the Virtual Racers Club, and he does not play. So if Harvey thinks he's going up, but Harvey cannot even deal with the Sky. He can't get past level 1, can Harvey, to move on to the level 2 guy. He's struggling with the Skyjacker. Skyjacker's talent's so hot, on the money at the moment. He is fighting with the Halves, but the Halves still ahead in 4th place. But he's got the corner advantage. He's got to nail it in the corners, ladies and gentlemen, and he's got to leave Sky behind. At the moment, Sky still picking up a slight toe down them straights and able to get those medium tired cars, and now Harv's trying to break the toe. One move, Harv, come on. You look silly. You look like you've got wobbly wheels going down the straight. So Harv is trying to break the toe. He knows what it is that's keeping Sky sniffing around. But it's the corners, Harvs. That's where the grip is. That's where your advantage lies. You have to shake him off in the corners. So the Halves is doing whatever it takes now to remove this stress of Skyjacker. This is the closest battle we've got. Dan is chasing down Big Dan, Big Baz. But Big Dan is he's getting there. He's got a faster lap than him last time around. Coy just chilling in third as the halves gets busy. We're up to 9 minutes and Harvey is running out of time. If he really does want to catch up with Coy Carp, he cannot. Oh, he did a 56 last time around, and that's the way to do it, Harvey. That's the way. That is the way of the pro sim, ladies and gents. Harvey now just planting down some very fast lap times and moving himself coordinately away from our man Skyjacker. Coy Carp, meanwhile, now might be starting to get nervous at looking at the times that Harvey is displaying. He's on his way. Big Dan is going the long way around making sandcastles as Bazza is playing it by the numbers, ladies and gentlemen. He's not going over the lines. He is absolutely nailing this race and adding it to his list of victories. And Big Dan struggling with the Radical. The tyre is starting to slip, but I think, you know, the downforce of these cars, they're not super powerful down the straight, so I think the tyre wear shouldn't hurt. I should try one, shouldn't I? I should try one and see. But at the moment, Coy Carp, 58s all across the board. It is Mr. Consistent, and Harvey now at 56, 2 seconds faster, 5 minutes to go. It is mission impossible for Harvey. If he wishes to accept it, this letter will self-destruct. So Coy Carp holding his times, keeping consistent, doing what he needs to do to get that final podium position, and more importantly, 2 spaces ahead, well, 1 space ahead of his championship rival. Could not be going better. Well, if one of these two fell off the track and he had 2 people between him and Skyjacker, that would be better. But at the moment, the Baz, who is yet to use the medium tyres, remember, and Big Dan as well. It is the first race of the round, so they've opted for the softs, where Coy Carp getting rid of the medium tyre in the early stages of the round, as is Skyjacker. And I'm sorry, we haven't said much about Jammy. How's it going, Jam? You doing all right down here, my friend? He's not quite on top. He's on the mediums. I mean, Coy Carp's doing 58s, mid 58s with the medium tyre, so the Dodger still with a second or so to find, but you can see he's getting faster every lap, so something tells me he just jumps in. This is his practice. Race 1 is his practice to get on top of the car. So Baz crosses the line of 54.6 versus Big Dan's 54.1. Big Dan slightly faster than the Baz, but I think the Baz has done all the hard work he needed to do early doors in this race, and now he can just bring the Radical home. We have got 3 minutes and a little bit more to go, and Big Dan is doing everything he can and in his power to close in on the leader of this race, with Coy Carp in third and Harvey getting ever closer. Coy Carp even having to raise the pace, going nearly a second faster than he's gone before. Yes, the fuel is lower, but you see Coy Carp having to dig deep and use a little bit more of pace of that car, and Harvey in the 56 on the reg and closing in on Coy Carp. There is still time. There is still time for a podium for our man Harvey here. Skyjacker unable to do anything more in that Radical on those medium tyres, and Jeremy Dodger into the 59s now also. Brilliant stuff. Bazza though, meanwhile, the tyres are hurting. There is still 2 minutes and some change on the clock, and you can see the Radical is struggling with some grip out there. Big Dan, meanwhile, trying to close in. But Baz, seasoned pro sim racer, ladies and gentlemen, knows exactly what he's doing. Doesn't have to. He doesn't have to do anything silly. Doesn't have to do anything. He hasn't got Big Dan breathing down his neck. He's got a bit of playroom. He's got a bit of playroom. He can drive the race how he wishes to. Coy Carp, OMG. Even though he's going faster, the Harvey's going faster still. And Coy Carp's third spot on this race is not guaranteed, ladies and gentlemen. I repeat, it is not guaranteed, because our man Harvey is on a absolute tear. oh God, that was the camera I wanted, and I'd shot away. After having a bit of an oopsie in the early parts of the race, finding Skyjacker's car in his way, and then having to wait for the car that was in his way as he hit it, and put himself really far back. Remember, this man was fighting with the Big Dan. He could have lost out on a second spot here, maybe even a win. We don't know though. He's only doing 56s, where the Baz has been producing 53s, ladies and gentlemen, and Big Dan and Baz up there doing 54s. One wonders if Harvey would have had the pace to fight the two of them, but he was all over the Big Dan at the very beginning of this race. We're coming up to 30 seconds away from the clock. 30 seconds is all Big Harvey has to try and get himself past the Koi. And at the moment, he is pushing on hard, ladies and gentlemen, with everything he's got. Ooh, closing right in, under braking. This is going to be spicy, ladies and gentlemen. Get the milk ready. This might leave a hot aroma in your mouth afterwards. But Harvey then all up and about. Koi Carp without the grip. The flag is out. Bazza is just about to come around the final two corners to take all the plaudits. I'll try not to miss it. Oh, here we go then. There is the Baz taking the win, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic stuff. Big Dan in second place. Now, we'll go back 10. We'll go back 10 seconds, eh? We've seen the other two cross the line, but that's out of our system. Now, Koi Carp and his defence of that podium position. He left a wide open space there. He's tried to go out wide and cut in tight, but the Harvey doesn't play. But Koi Carp does get a good drive out of the corner, but the half is through, and it's Harvey that claims the podium. Yes, he's on the Sport Soft tyres, and the guys behind him were on the Sports Mediums. But what a race the half had to produce, though, ladies and gentlemen, to get that podium. Fantastic stuff from Harvey. Well done, that lad. Take a boo. Chuffing legend. Koi Carp in fourth place. Skyjacker did what he could on those medium tyres, but still behind his championship rival, as the Dodger brings his Radical home in sixth place. Still good points, maybe last in this race, but in amongst the championship, it is sixth place ahead of those. So, say what you want. So that's the Jammy Dodger in sixth. Great race, great first race there. Great race from the Baz. He was on the soft tyres, but still the action was there when it counted, and Bazza delivered like Amazon. Big Dan in second place. Great points for Bigger Dan and Harvey. My word, what a race from the halves. Great stuff. Third place on the grid. Koi Carp in fourth, with Skyjacker bringing it home in fifth, and the Dodger is home in sixth. Right. Quicks up, then the next race, ladies and gentlemen. If it's even half as exciting as that one, then we are in for a treat. We are having a guess as well, because they labelled both of these two as R3, but this one was posted before this one. Look, I went Sherlock Holmes on that mofo. I investigated without the illicit drugs. I looked, I thought, whoa, hang on. Radicals round 3, race 3. Oh no, Radicals round 3, race 3. Oh, this is a dilemma. Then I got my investigative hat on, and I looked into the dates. And this one was posted at 8:57 in the evening, and this one was posted at 9:22 in the evening. So I thought about it, and I thought, well, this race 3 was posted earlier than this race 3, so this race 3 therefore must be race 2. Look at me go, eh? Not just a pretty face, ladies and gents. For YouTube, they're asking me to be their model. Right then, moving into race 3. I don't know what I say sometimes. It just pops in and we just talk about it. Oh, God, I'm moaning, isn't I? Because, look, it's not a lot to ask that they just leave information on. It must know. It must, even my phone, bloody, everyone's spying on me through every app on my mobile phone. TikTok knows that I like to see women with big boobs dance, and that's the videos it shows me. Facebook knows I like Star Wars and Star Trek, so that's all I ever get shoved in my face on Facebook. These things know. I paid for GT7, and it doesn't know what I like. God almighty. Where is it? Why have they not got that savvy that my apps on my phone have got? Right then, okay, all right. Jamie, it's a reverse grid. Let's get on with it. I'm sorry. It's a reverse grid. Jamie Dodger is on pole ahead of Skyjacker. Skyjacker now on some soft tyres, as is the Dodger. Koikap going to the soft tyres for third place. Harvey taking the choice of using the mediums in this race for fourth. Biggest Dan is in fifth with those medium tyres. He's getting that out of the way before the final race of the evening. And also the Baz taking this moment to use the medium tyres. Now, Jamie Dodger has got a big one, ladies and gentlemen, and also a big job on his hands with the big one he's already got. But he's got a big job with Skyjacker alongside him. The lights are out and we are go, ladies and gentlemen, here at race 2 of the VRC's Radical Racing. Jamie Dodger takes the lead ahead of Sky, but Sky hounding him down that straight, looking to make the decisive move in the first corner. Sky's on the inside. Harves is having a sniff as well. Harvey thinking I could have a twofer here, and Koikap is saying no, you can't, because I want it as well. Everyone wants it because the Baz is up as well. Oh my word, Skyjacker made a clean cut, ladies and gentlemen, and has gone on the bolt, while Jamie Dodger in second, Harvey in third, but Baz is coming through on those medium tyres. It is the battle of the mediums down here, except for Koikap, who's on the soft tyre. So the Baz there in third place. Carbon Dwarf in the chat saying, sounds like you need a Red Bull, hey. And Dominic saying, sup brother. I've got plenty of Red Bulls. I've had a coffee, and now I'm on my first Red Bull of the day. Yummy. Skyjacker then in lead of this race, with Jamie Dodger holding on to that second with the soft tyres. And Bazza all and amongst him. Bazza introducing himself to the Dodger, and the Dodger's gone wide. Artful Dodger is wide, ladies and gentlemen, and the Bazza is through and up and into second place. And Big Dan into third with Koikap going in fourth. No, the Dodger is fighting back like the Empire. But it's no good. Koikap's through. So Koikap into fourth on those soft tyres, and Koikap should be making hay, ladies and gentlemen, behind Big Dan and Bazza, who are both on those medium tyres, and the Sky is bolting, ladies and gentlemen. He has dipped. He has left the party. And Dominic saying, can I race? You sound like an F1 announcer. Oh, cheers, Dominic. This was from Thursday, man, but if you find Virtual Racers Club on Discord or Facebook, they're always looking for new members, but this isn't a live race right now. No, this is a replay from Thursday evening. They race on Thursdays. And thanks for the compliment, man. I wish I had half the talent of those F1 announcers, or any announcer that's got a proper job. I just do it as a hobby, and it shows. So Sky leads from the Baz in second, Koikap in third, Big Dan. So Koikap's got the move done on Big Dan. Big Dan slipping down and into fourth as the Jamie Dodger in fifth, and Harvey is in sixth. These guys all no, the Dodger's on soft, sorry. So Big Dan on the mediums with Koikap now on the softs and moving on up. Ahead is Bazza, also on those medium tyres, so Koikap will be looking for that scalp also. But it's already happened. The Sky has lost. He's left the building. He's gone. He has disappeared. So Koi, his fight with the Sky is going to be ultra tough, trying to chase him up after this. And Skyjack saying you have twice the talent. Don't be silly. And Dominic saying, I like your voice, lol. It's like an announcer or an engineer. Time for bits. Skyjacker then leads this race, and Koi Carp in second. The Baz. Oh, Koi, I missed it again. Sorry, Koi. Too busy. I'm a busy boy. I'm doing too many things. You're right. I need production. Koi Carp then in second place, up ahead of the Baz. He is on the soft tyres, in all fairness. And Baz now has to watch his 6 from the Big Dan, as Dan is looking for podiums this season. If not wins, then podiums it shall be. Jammy Dodger getting away from Harvey, whom is on those medium tyres, and they go through now. And Skyjacker, there's a chasm of space, a gulf between himself and Koi Carp, but Koi Carp with a huge job to do, and he's going to try and do it, ladies and gentlemen. But god damn, he's going to try and knuckle down and break that gap between himself, as the Dan makes a move. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, under braking. Big Dan picking a toe up from the Baz, and then just into the braking zone, pulls out into some clean air and brakes later than the Baz, and leaves the Baz behind. And Jammy Dodger now is feeling the fight. He's feeling the radical, ladies and gentlemen. He's in it. He's in it. He's all up and in Baz's business, and he's taking names, taking notes, and he's done it, ladies and gentlemen. Jammy Dodger up and into 4th place, but the Baz is coming back. No, he doesn't have the grip, ladies and gentlemen, and Jammy Dodger holds the line and is in 4th place, and Big Dan is the next name on his list. Crazy stuff. Adam saying, hey, don't it? Hi, Skyjacker. Adam saying, thinking it's far more entertaining than the current F1. Hey. They've got new guys this week. Oh, Jamie losing the side of the car, but he regains, ladies and gents. He holds it together, and my word, what a treat for us. Bazza trying to fight it, Jamie out wide, but so is the Baz, and Big Dan trying to get away from this calamity, because Jammy Dodger on faster tyres than Big Dan and has big enough balls to go for it. Big Dan's wide. Come on, Dodger! The Dodger is through, ladies and gentlemen, up and into 3rd place, and it's Dodger's day today as Big Dan slips down into 4th, the Baz in 5th, and Harvey is somewhere languishing at the back of the pack. Skyjacker is miles away from this. He doesn't even know this is happening in this race. Koi Carp hunting him down. 55 last time around from the Koi as he comes up to the line. Another 55, but Sky is in the 53s. He is in a different race. Jammy Dodger giving Big Dan a toe, but no, Big Dan is giving Bazza a toe, and now Bazza's having a whiff. He's trying to smell Big Dan's aroma, ladies and gentlemen, seeing what he's on. Links, right guard, and he's through, ladies and gentlemen. Big Dan, no deodorant. That is the smell of Dan. And he's on the curbs, ladies and gentlemen, fighting for everything. And Bazza is holding him off, ladies and gentlemen. And Big Dan is around the outside, trying. But Bazza is holding him off as the Dodger makes his escape. And Koi Carp still chasing a very fast Skyjacker. Harvey just getting the medium tyres out the way and finding some lack of grip everywhere. Then we've got Big Dan on the hunt for the Baz, winner from race 1. Baz was on fire, and now Big Dan is trying to put those flames out, ladies and gentlemen. Jammy Dodger looking for a podium. And in the chat, VRC saying, hi, Adam. Adam saying, great run you got here, Sky. Adam saying, different race entirely. Thingy is right. Skyjack saying, just got lucky with the breakaway early on. And Dom saying, I'd kind of like you watch my replays and announce it low, if that's fine. Look for me on, oh God, adding more. I'm on I am on my PSN is thingamajig 76. It's spelled, yeah, the same as the YouTube. Look for me, add me as a friend, and we'll chat on PlayStation. Doing business in the middle of streams, ladies and gentlemen. Look at me, adding more races to my my already heaving rostrum. Skyjacker then leads this race with Koi Carp in second, still in the 55s, but Sky now slipping down into the 54s. It's all done and dusted for him. Jammy Dodger looks like he is safe from the Baz and Big Dan battle, but don't ever count it out. There is always mistakes to be had, and the Baz and Big Dan are just hanging back, waiting like sharks in blooded water. And so Jammy Dodger then looking for a third place, and that would be astounding. It would be amazing. Big Dan in a fifth with the half, not that far behind, still there. And Dom saying, I'll send it right now. Skyjacker, you're going to have to start changing for these thingy, man in demand. Charging, I mean. No, then it'd be boring. It'd be horrible if I got paid for it. I wouldn't want to do it. Seems to be if I do things for fun, I enjoy them. And then as soon as there's something comes into it like money, then I'm like, ugh. Ugh. Dirty money? No. So Skyjacker leads with the Koi in second. Jammy Dodger in third. The Baz is doing the job on Big Dan. Big Dan just cannot crack that Baz's nut. But Big Dan would love Bazza to crack that nut all over him. I'm sure he wants that nut cracked somewhere along the way. And Big Dan then still trying to crack Baz's nut. Baz is Belgium. He doesn't even understand what that was. I don't think anyone would understand what that was. Oh, well. Jammy Dodger then in third place. Koi Carp still hunting for a Sky, but Sky is far above all of that. Although Koi Carp is in the picture, it's only a straight apart, and we have seen Skyjacker make mistakes before. And Adam saying best GT7 comms on YouTube, 100% no. Adam saying should charge, no. And Adam saying if only in tea and biscuits. Oh, now you're talking. Dominic saying sent, Adam saying nut cracked. Has he done it? No, he's still there, still trying to crack his nut. So Harvey there in sixth. Skyjacker leads away from Koi Carp. We are 10 minutes into this race. He's only got 5 more minutes. Has the man Dan to try and get himself ahead of the Belgian Bullet, but we saw the Belgian Bullet was infallible in the first race, absolutely unshakable, and Big Dan's going to have to pull something special out of his toolbox to go up against the Bazinator. The Bazinator don't play, and he is not yielding in this race. Points are important, and Bazza is a round down. I think they do drop their worst round at the end of the season. Maybe it's only a 6-round season, so possibly I think they do, even on the 6-rounders. So Big Dan then, points are important, and the Baz has hit the ground running this championship and is owning all of the points over Big Dan with the win, and I'm sure he did a great one. Oh yeah, Skyjack says yeah, it's 1 drop, and Dominic saying, is it Thingamajig 76? That's the one, man, yeah, Thingamajig 76. And Skyjacker saying, yeah, 1 drop. Yeah, I think I've just come through my phone, my friend. Wow, that's quick, isn't it? How quick is modern technology? Except that bloody Polybaloney Digital can't remember what preferences I like in a replay. Is that asking too much? Am I being demanded? Where's Bazza gone? Whoa, I was so busy reading the chat every time. I should never read chat. I'm so sorry, guys. I want you to all feel part of it, but then I miss racing. Oh, Big Dan, you probably pulled a move. It's all right, Baz is going to readdress and get us back to where we were, and we can enjoy it again. So the Baz comes through on the toe into the braking zone, and he gets himself ahead. I can't believe I just looked up and thought, where's Bazza? There's a car missing in front of us. How bizarre. I should have gone backwards. So Bazza then reclaims that 4th spot from Big Dan. You must have seen it. You were probably watching. I was reading chat. Okay, I sent you. Can accept it now. Bless you. I was trying to find my app, but I missed racing. I shouldn't be doing this on business time. Here we go. I'm looking. I'm opening the app. Notifications. Wants to be your friend. Accept. Nice. I'll give you a chat when I'm done streaming. Hey man, we'll talk about it. So Big Dan all over the back of the Baz, trying to fight, trying to find a way through, and the Belgian Bullet holds his ground and does not yield in any such way whatsoever, and Big Dan has left asking the questions. So far, Jammy Dodger, he's not that far ahead of him, you know, and his tyres are going a very away. We've got 2 minutes left of racing. The Baz and the Big Dan they're not costing each other time. I think they're not really costing each other time with this racing. And Jammy Dodger, his podium is not as solid as we once thought it was. Koikap, 56-0 last time around, still chasing the dream, but the dream has buggered off, it would seem. He's just started lap 8 with a minute and a half to go, and Koikap, he can chase him all he likes, but it's like a dog chasing his tail. He's never going to catch him. Jammy Dodger in 3rd spot, being caught by the Baz and Big Dan. The Big Dan and Baz, the double Bs, have given us such entertainment this race. It's unfathomable. I appreciate it. So Bazza then in 4th with Big Dan in 5th, and the half, he's not too far behind. The half going faster than he's gone before. The cars are getting lighter, so the fuel dispensing as the car gets lighter, they can go faster, especially these medium runners, as they've still got a lot of meat on their tyres. Our man Jammy, he's doing all right with his tyres. Koikap hunting himself a Skyjacker, and Skyjacker, he got lucky at the beginning. As he said in the chat, he got really lucky at the beginning with all the commotion that he could just get the hell out of there. And Adam in the chat saying, great fight there, lads. Oh, the Baz and the Big Dan, absolutely astounding stuff. And 15 minutes left on the clock. And Big Dan has run out of excuses. It's time for action. The Baz, we're on the final lap, and the Baz is just there for the taking, and Big Dan just can't quite execute the Bazza out a little wide, but that's not terribly, and hasn't helped Big Dan out whatsoever. And Bazza now, they are closing in on the Dodger. The Dodger cannot make any kind of mistake to the line, and takes another win this season and extends that championship lead. Koikart, not letting him get too far away in the points situation, brings his Radical home for 2nd spot. Great driving from Koikart. Jammy Dodger, can he hold it against the Baz and the Big Dan? It looks like the answer is yes. And Jammy Dodger bringing his Radical home for a podium. Take a boo, my son. And Bazza and Big Dan come home 4th and 5th as the halves brings it to 6th place. Great driving, great racing, guys. Great battlage. We love it. Fantastical. So moving on, I usually do a run through. You saw who finished where. You don't need me to do a run through at the end. So moving on to race 3. 2 separate winners. The Baz. Oh, that's a cool picture, isn't it? That one. Who's done that? That's lovely. Good lad. Thero. That is cracking. Very nice. I wish I could do things like that. Very good. I don't know him. I just saw it was there. Sorry, that was really random. None of you cared about that. I thought it was a really good, nice looking picture. I do that sometimes. So here we go. Race 3. Don't look at the spoilers. You don't want to know who finished where. You want to see how the race unfolds. That's the fun part. So here we are then, lined up for race 3, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not going to complain, just going to do it. And it's a reverse grid with the half on pole with the soft tyres. And we know that the Harvey has the pace today. Big Dan in a great position there on his soft tyres on that front row, staring down to the first corner. The Baz on soft tyres, already a race winner this evening. Can he replicate that and do it for a second time and really put the cat amongst the pigeons? Jammy Dodger in 4th. He's also starting on the soft tyres. Is everyone on the soft tyres? They may well be. Soft tyres, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the stars have aligned for us here at Catalunya for race 3, where every car has wangled it that they're on the soft tyre for this final race. It's gonna get hot in here. Let us get it underway. No messing. And the lights are on. Let's go! Here we go then, the half to a great start. Big Dan trying to chase him down the straight, but it's Harvey at the moment who had a lightning reactions off of the line. Super stuff, and Big Dan keeping alongside him all of the way. They're giving everyone behind him a tow though. This is the issue when they get to the corner. Harvey on the brakes, he's into the first apex first. Big Dan's getting, he's getting buzzed, and now he's going to get koi-carped if he's not careful. And Big Dan holding ground, but Bazza makes a lovely move there into the braking zone. We thought that Big Dan was going to go up against the Halfmeister, but no, the Baz caught him out under braking, and now Big Dan having to fight for his life down there in third place. Koi-carp, Skyjacker and the Dodger all looking for scalps here. The Harvey at the moment under pressure from the Baz. The Belgian bullet going, taking no prisoners, ladies and gentlemen. He is wanting another win here. He knows he's on the back foot in this championship. He's got to score points, and big points at that. And the Harv at the moment keeping them at bay. Unbelievable stuff with the Bazza. He's putting that pressure on, ladies and gentlemen. He's trying what he can with Big Dan just in the background there. We'll go back to Big Dan's Big Pro. Big Pro, go Pro. Skyjack has made his way up to fourth. He's got himself ahead of Koi-carp now, and he's having a look at the outside of Armand Dan. But Armand Dan holding ground as he sees that battlage up ahead between the Bazza and the Halves. He's right underneath the Baz. He can smell his petroleum, ladies and gentlemen. And Skyjacker right up his chuff as well. Then Harvey still leading after lap one. Super work from the Harv. Unbelievable stuff. With Bazza in second, Harvey trying to break the toe. They're all going over it now. Come on, lads. It looks weird when you do that, but Harvey, he's doing the pincer move. He's like he doesn't want to get shot. He must be a Call of Duty player. And nearly 3 wide, coming to the end of the straight. Skyjacker going for a move on the Big Dan. Skyjacker's up into third, but not ahead. No, yes now, yes. Ahead of the Baz, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable under braking from Skyjacker. Such confidence in his radical. And the brakes, and Bazza cannot believe he just got mugged off there. And Big Dan down into fourth, and Koi-carp fancying some of the same, ladies and gents. Adam in the chat saying Sky in a different race with that pace. Bazza and Dan providing tremendous entertainment from beginning to end of the previous race. Yes, I agree. And it looks like they're going to do it again. Skyjacker all up and in Harv's business, but Harvey still leads this race. Insert your dominance, Harvey. Spray on him. Skyjacker in second place. What a horrible thought. Spraying on your opponent. So Harvey, oh dear. Skyjacker then going for the kill. He's up and he's not quite at him yet. Let me at him. And Sky going for the inside, and he absolutely tactically decided to place his car in the perfect place, and Harvey had no answers, and oh my word, he lost the lead down to fourth. That is some crazy overtaking, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my word. Harvey then wants to come back at the Big Dan. He cannot believe how many people were queued up there. And he thought, all right, I'll lose the lead because it's Skyjacker and he's uber fast. But they all come through. Oh, that's what happens when you leave the door open, Harvey. They all come through. Koi-carp then getting a bit of a tow, and he wants to come past Harvey as well. And Harvey's like, come on, not everyone. At least one of you's got to stay behind me. Koi going into the braking zone, and no, not quite catching out Harvey there. Harvey on form in this race, ladies and gentlemen. But Koi's coming up with the other side, but Harvey defensive driving on the apex, and it's not today, Koi. It's not today for the halves. He's not playing. He's not having it. He's just lost 3 places. He's not losing another, but Koi wants it so bad. You can see Koi sniffing in every corner. He is just got it. He's got a can-do attitude as Koi-carp today, and he really wants to get by the Marlboro liveried radical. Meanwhile, Big Dan, Baz and Skyjacker all duke it out for the lead, but it looks like Skyjacker is the man who may take that second win today as Bazza hunts and Big Dan chases. Harvey is being pressurised by Coy. He's like, yeah, but just try one. Just try one. You don't have to have a habit. Just try it once. And Harvey's like, no, and I will not. Oh, Coy getting a lovely drive through that corner and just overtakes Harvey easily. But Harvey under the brakes into the hairpin. Is it going to be a collision? No. Unbelievable driving from these two pro sim racers here. And wowzers, guys. That was beautiful. That was beautiful stuff. Big Dan all up and in Baz's business. And the Belgian Bullet, after winning a race today, has a boost of confidence like he's never had before. And he's not thinking about Big Dan. He's thinking about the Skyjacker. And Skyjacker at the moment leading the way. Fastest lap on the board. And he's going to be a tough guy to beat here at Spain. But Bazza fancies his chances. Big Dan in third. Koikap is fourth. Harvey is sixth with the Dodger. No, Harvey is fifth with the Dodger in sixth. In the chat then, Deacon Do saying morning thingy, morning chat. Dom saying doing a lightweight weekly cup with a tuned cappuccino. This will be easy, lol. And Adam saying ale at Deacon Do. Hi gang. So Skyjacker then leads the way from the Baz, but the Baz isn't quitting. He's cracking on and he's gapping it out between himself and Big Dan. Big Dan still trying to crack. Bazza's not. Koikap in fourth, and he's got a battle on his hands with the Harvey. The Harvey ain't playing today. He's had a podium, and when they break, I get scared. Oh no! Harvey's met Barrier. Nice to meet you. Are you having a pleasant day? Well, not really. I've just met Barrier. Oh, poor Haas, but great for the jammy of Dodger, who makes it up and into fifth place, still in the fight. Koikap in fourth, Big Dan in third, not as close to the Baz as we've seen him before, and the Baz still has aspirations of taking on Skyjacker. He is not reading the room, ladies and gentlemen. He's not seeing the distance that Skyjacker won race 2. He's not seeing those fastest laps popping up on the screen. And today, Skyjacker is not being beaten. He's made that decision. Look, another fastest lap. Know your place, Bazza. That place is not in the lead of this race. Big Dan in third. Oh, Big Dan. Isn't that the story for Big Dan in third? It's time to go in another gear, Dan. Bazza fourth, Bazza second, Skyjacker in first. Unbelievable stuff here from the top three. Koikap in fourth, and Jammy Dodger now ahead of the halves and the Dodger. But the Dodger did do a 56.8 last time around, and Harvey 56.8. So it's a tough battle. It's a tough call. But we know the Halfmeister is more than man enough for it. I told you he's got a big one. Skyjacker then in first place with Big Dan in second, and the Bazinator is in... hang on, we'll go back, because poor old Big Dan, he's been trying this one for a long time, hasn't he? Wow, it happened ages ago. So yeah, I don't usually, because I'm lazy, go back for a replay, but poor old Big Dan, he's been trying to crack this one for a while now, for 3 races virtually, and it's looking straightforward for Big Dan, just up the inside. Maybe Bazza just felt sorry for him, let him by, said here you are, must be getting sick of the back of my car. So Big Dan then in second place, trying to hunt down Skyjacker, and everyone's saying hello to each other in the chat. I like it when the old chat get to know each other. Skyjack saying Big D struggles with the rear end. It is too planted for him to use his normal driving style. Yes, they do call him Sideways Dan, Drifting Dan, or something like that. I can't remember now. But yeah, he likes a car that slides into a corner rather than turns into a corner, ladies and gents. He likes a loose rear end. So Bazza then in third, and it's a role reversal for those two. So they've changed top to bottom. Now I think Bazza is top. Big Dan's the bottom. Skyjacker is in the lead, though, I know that much. Koi Carp is in 4th place with Jamie Dodger in 5th. They'll kick me off one day. They asked me to do this. They said, could you? No, they didn't. They said they were doing a championship. It would be really cool if they had a thingamajig do it. And I was like, I think you guys forget what I'm like. I was apologising after the last one as well, saying I'll wind it back. And it was poor Bazza, because I was saying about it. Oh, I'm sorry, Baz. I don't... It's... yeah. Oh, it was Bazza last time I was taking the mick out of as well. Oh, wait, what's this? Well, Skyjacker. He's starting to have to break the toe. We're coming up to 10 minutes. And Big Dan, Big D, is starting to find his feet. He's taken the fastest lap of the race. And Big D is starting to come forwards, ladies and gentlemen. And Adam saying Radical's too planted, love it. And Skyjacker saying stop apologising. So Skyjacker then in the lead with the Big D chasing him down, and Bazza being left behind. And Koi Carp, has he got a chance? Has Bazza got a problem with his Radical? A 55.8 last time around. And Koi Carp, 55.3. But if he picks that pace up, he can close in on our man Bazza. Jamie Dodger in 5th. The half has not managed to clash him up yet. 56.2 last time around for the half. And a 56.8. It's not enough. He needs more. He's not that far behind. We've still got 4 minutes to go in this race, but the Harmeister needs to find a little bit more there to go for the Dodger. Sky leads. He's done a 54.1 last time around. Big Dan did a 53.2, which takes the fastest lap of this race. The sun is setting behind us, and we are looking at a wonderful scenic glorious Catalonia here as Bazza doesn't work. He must be solar powered. He doesn't work as hard in the when the sun's not out. So Skyjacker leads in the chat. Dan on the charge. An exciting finish to this round 3, says Adam. Yes, Adam, you are correct. Can he do it, ladies and gents? Big Dan really pushing on. He wants 3 different winners. The big 3, well, Koi Carp I'd class as a big 4, shall we say. No Jokas scoring points, no Pat the Star. So all of these guys scoring good points ahead of their rivals. Big Dan having a sniff. He's running out of time. We're 12 minutes into the 15-minute race. Sky looks comfortable again. His tyres are wearing a little more than Big Dan, but Big Dan just can't get that rear end around these corners like he'd like to. And Bazza down there in 3rd. Koi trying to close in on the Bazza. He did a 56.1 last time around. Bazza doing a 54. You're not going to do it like that. Jamie Dodger 59.0 and Harvey at 56. He should be upon him. What are you doing, Harves? This should be a battle to the end. Jamie Dodger dropping big time in the last lap. Half a second down on his time this time around, with the half pushing on. And they are racing, ladies and gentlemen, from top to bottom. The VRC do not play. Skyjacker under pressure from Big Dan. Big Dan sniffing out a win. He's feeling it still. And Bazza in 3rd spot with the Koi. He's in no man's land, really, isn't he? He's trying to catch up that podium battle, but he's just not doing it. He's just not getting there. 54.5 from Bazza last time, and he must have made a mistake with Koi. And now Big Dan is really looming large as the sun goes down on Catalonia, and Skyjacker looking for that 2nd win of this round to really place him further ahead in that championship. And Big Dan pushing the Radical all of the way to try and stop the win from happening. And Skyjacker defo wasn't comfortable at this point. No. You've got a Big Dan sticking out of your rear derriere. That cannot be comfortable, surely. So Skyjacker then, trying to hold place, ladies and gents. Trying to keep it together. The tyres are dead. We are on the final lap. What can we do to keep the charging Big Dan behind? He is looming large. And Sky, all he can do is try and keep his braking as neat and as early, well, I mean, a little earlier than he would normally, and hope that Big Dan doesn't go for a lunge. Because that's the thing, if he goes for a lunge, Skyjacker just doesn't have the grip to counter it. And now Big Dan is in lunge territory. Oh, a little slide from the Dan there. Didn't hurt him one bit, though. Well, he did. He got a car length now behind Sky. And this, right up to the flag, is anyone still at this point. But Skyjacker, every corner brings him closer to victory. And Big Dan really, he's going nice wide entry. He's going for the drive out, ladies and gentlemen, right under the rear derriere of Skyjacker. We're coming up to the last few corners. And if Big Dan had something planned, now is the time to get it out and show us. Let's have a look. Big Dan, let's have a look at it. There's a reason they call you Big Dan. I know there is. And I'm always impressed with a huge one. So Skyjacker, though, it looks like it's his in the end. He's just got one more corner to defend. And then a run to the line. Big Dan with a toe. And it's done. Sky in the win. Big Dan in second. I didn't realise the line was that close. Bazza in third. Koikart brings home in fourth. Oh, I thought it was further down the straight. There you go. It's like Suzuka. I don't know. Where is it? See, that's where I expected it to be, but it seemed they got there really quickly. Fourth for Koikart. Jammy Dodger holds off the Harvey for fifth place. And Harvey there just couldn't quite close in on Jammy at the end. And what a race, ladies and gentlemen. What an absolute humdinger. And Skyjacker then, for the second time this round, takes the win. But he had to work for it, unlike that second race where it was handed to him. And Skyjacker saying was a tight one. That was great. That was great stuff. Big Dan home in second. The Baz in third. Like I said, I think he's solar powered. So when the sun went in, he didn't work as hard. Koikart in fourth. Still picked up good points. Wasn't his best round. Didn't get himself on the winner's podium, but still picked up important points, ladies and gentlemen, in his championship battle. Jammy Dodger picking up good points as well, and a podium this round. He's got to walk away from this with that's a win in my book. And Harvey also getting a podium in this round. Fantastic stuff. So there we go. Round 3, ladies and gentlemen. Done, dusted, and amazing. And catch us next week when we bring you round 4, and I'll tell you where we're from, because I think they've got a couple of interesting tracks. I raised an eyebrow and thought, I like that. I like that indeed. So if you would, just give me a second, and I will tell you, because it's in the table. Oh, no, it's here. Catalunya. And then we are at Brands Hatch GP, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming home. We're bringing the Radicals home, ladies and gentlemen, and you cannot miss that one at the Brands. And, oh, yeah, and round 5's Eigen Norwood, which I am really looking forward to. I like that track. It gets a lot of hate, but I really like it. That's round 4. That's round 5. So what's round 6 then? Oh, round 6 is Tsukuba, and I think it's going to be wet. So we've still got some great racing ahead for the Radical Racing. And I think the Europeans have finished with their song competition, so we should have us back to full numbers pretty soon. Skyjacker saying, as always, a massive thank you, buddy. And Jamie in the chat saying, love these videos, always exciting to watch. Well, thank you, sir. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone who takes part, watches. I don't expect it. I expect 6 people to watch this video, the 6 people that took part in this race. But any extra, I think, is a bonus, and I appreciate you all for joining me. It's nice. Trust me. I don't know. I can't seem to show you all my appreciation enough. I don't know. I just feel like I'm just always like, oh, thanks. But I really do. I really appreciate you guys. I really do. I don't expect it. So I'm like blown away by the numbers and the subscriptions, because it's just a bit of fun. Adam saying thanks once again for the highly entertaining comms thingy, and Deacon saying I love your body, Larry. I love your body, Larry. All right, then, guys. Turu. Peace and love. Peace and love.